Well, let's talk about Alperen Sengun, who I'm a huge fan of. I had him number 7 overall on my big board. I'm not high on him. I think there has been an adjustment period for a kid who doesn't speak English. He's coming into a whole new culture. So there's that culture shock aspect to just basketball in his life. So again, I think some of that is part of his struggles. A lot of it too is just the game speed. I did a breakdown on him specifically against Anthony Davis. Obviously, kind of unfair because Anthony Davis is so good, right? But you could see the little things that if he improves on, just like actually running down the floor full speed as opposed to kind of like half jogging, what he kind of likes to do sometimes, or even when he flops too much, calls that he would normally get in Europe. He's not going to get here in the NBA, especially now how the officiating crew is, calling these games, allowing more physicality. He needs to just use his strength, which he is very strong for his size and for his age. Those are just the little things that he needs to improve on. He sees the floor really well, like that behind the back pass with that he made that he didn't make. I think it was
That was great.
to Junior. Like that was an insane look. Like the fact that he's 19 and he's able to see that play already is such a huge positive for me. That's what I took out of that play, regardless of not if the result was what you wanted, but the process is exactly what Rockets fans should be excited about because I see a very bright future. At worst, to me, I mean, he's going to be a guy who's going to put up 18 and 10 with the right amount of time. I get it. There's a guy in ties who's taking some of those minutes. He gets in foul trouble too much. So there's things that he needs to improve on. But how would you grade his overall play so far?
I mean, I would say he's been the best rookie on our team thus far. I, I, th- I think
Really?
I think there's even a debate to say that, and I tweeted about this yesterday, that if I had to choose between him and Wood right now, I would choose him. If I had to keep one,
Talk to
because
me. Okay.
he's been that impressive. Like I was really high on him months before the draft, and I kind of cooled down on him because Wood was showing really good flashes, and I didn't think that was a good pairing. But he's been amazing, man. His main red flag was defense, and I think that's actually been his strong suit thus far. He's someone who the game plays really slow for him. You can tell that he was a pro last year. You can tell that he's not rushed into anything. He does foul a lot, and a lot of
Hmm.
that it's because he likes to go for every board. He goes for offensive rebounds. He's a really physical guy, so he gets a lot of calls against him because he's a rookie. You got to earn that respect in the NBA. So and he has a lot of like when he's blocking a shot, he's really emphatic with it. Like he's swinging his arms around, so
Yeah,
it's
he
really
is.
easy for the it's really easy for the ref to call a foul. But I've been really impressed with his defense. I think the lack of athleticism was overblown. I mean, it's there, but it's not that big of a deal.
Right.
And something that's been really surprising is, and that's a fun fact for you. Did you know that he's the best like 3 point shooter of the draft class thus far? He's shooting like 40 something percent from three, although it's really small sample size. He's like shooting one a
Right.
game, but he's shooting really well from there. And
Wow.
you can see just watching the games. Just watching the game, the offense looks a lot better when he's on the floor, regardless of the personnel that's around him, and that's a really big like thing for me because this is a team with a lot of rookies, a lot of inexperience, and he goes out there and he plays better than most of the vets, and he's more in control than most of the vets. So it's so much so that I already said if we're in a position to draft another forward next draft because it's a really class heavy on forwards, he's the guy I want at the 5, and Christian's has got to move if because Sengun will earn that spot until the end of the season.
You're not lying. He's shooting 46.2% from beyond the arc. Wow. Obviously on low volume, so that percentage will probably come down if he shoots more. It's pretty obvious. But still, I mean, again, that was my thing too. Like if you watch all my break, I had multiple videos on Shangoon. I said, how is it that people want to complain about his 3-point shot? And he didn't shoot it that much, obviously, in Europe. And I'm like, if you look at his mechanics, his mid-range shot, why would you not think that his shot will translate at the NBA? To me, it was just silly. I was like,
He's a
yeah,
good
that's
free throw
that's
shooter as
ridiculous.
well.
Although he has struggled this season. He's
True.
only shooting 67.4%, which that needs to go up. There's no excuses for that. I love how he just gets the ball and he talks to the ball and all those things.